How is all this going to be impacting our Indian markets? We have a team of research who's standing by to set you up for trade, important stocks to watch out for, as well as cues in the world of F&O. Hormaz, let me start up with you. Good morning. And what are the important cues that are coming in from the markets today? What are we watching out for from the Nifty? What should we keep an eye out on?
Good morning, Vinny. A lot to watch out for in today's trading session, but considering the chaos that you're seeing on Wall Street, you would take yesterday's session and today's gift Nifty with both hands. And it was that kind of a session yesterday. The fears were of a gap down. We did open gap down, but unlike a previous selling days, we saw that the dip yesterday was bought into, and very convincingly at that. A 200-point recovery from the lows for the Nifty. The bigger takeaway that we ended at the highest point of the day, near levels of 22,500. That was an added positive, and the recovery on the Nifty came despite the underperformance of the Nifty Bank. And what led the recovery? It was ICICI Bank along with some other names like L&T, Reliance, even those stocks that contributed to the recovery in yesterday's trading session. Of course, IndusInd Bank was the eyesore in yesterday's trading session. It was the biggest drag on the Nifty Bank as well. That led to its own underperformance, the biggest single-day drop on record for the lender. So we'll see if there are any follow-up moves in today's session. The Nifty Bank, though, continuing to find support at 47,840 on the downside. So that 1,200 point range continues to remain the one to keep an eye out for the Nifty, with 49,000 on the upside being that higher end of the range. It was the real estate index that was the top sectoral mover yesterday on the upside, though after the budget that was presented in Maharashtra, stocks like Macrotech, Phoenix Mills, all of them doing well yesterday. So the important levels on the Nifty, of course, 22,450, 22,400 on the downside, of course, that remains the key. And last week's high, which was 22,676, which was Monday's high, that remains the key to watch on the upside. Now, today's, of course, the CPI data gets reported today, so we get cues from there, both in India and from the US, whether any more tariff flip-flops, whether that brings any funds back to the emerging markets, including India. That is something that you need to keep an eye out for. And of course, we expect some more consolidation because it's a truncated week, so whether traders remain light going into the holiday. For now, a subdued start in the offing, but we take that considering the global market volatility.
Okay, Hormaz, thank you so much for that. Nifty implied open actually right now is very, very flat. It's just down 6 points. So keep an eye out on the Indian markets. Let's go across to Abhishek, who's waiting by to tell us which are the important stocks to watch out for in today's trading session. Good morning, Abhishek.
Good morning, Vinny. So to begin with, Godrej Agrovet will acquire more than 48% stake in Creamline Dairy Products for a consideration of 930 crores. Now, Bharti Airtel has signed agreement with SpaceX to bring Starlink's high-speed internet to its customer in India. So this is Elon Musk Starlink, which has tied up with Airtel to come to India in the telecom space. Now, RVNL has emerged as the lowest bidder, that is L1, for NHAI project, which is worth nearly 555 crores. December telecom data is out over there. Reliance Jio has added more than 39 lakh customer versus 12.1 lakh customer addition in November. Bharti Airtel has added about 10.3 lakh customer versus a loss of 11.4 lakh customer in November. While Vodafone continues the losing momentum, they have lost more than 17 lakh customer versus more than 15 lakh customer in the month of November. Now, IRDA will consider enhancement of its borrowing program for FY25 on 17th of March 2025. TCS will acquire Darshita Southern India Happy Homes for a consideration of rupees 2,250 crores. Now, PB Fintech will invest 696 crore in their arm PB Healthcare Services. With this, the total share, holding in the company goes up to about 33.63%. Back to you.
Okay, Abhishek, thank you so much for that. And Sudarshan is here waiting by to tell us what are the important cues in the world of F&O that we should keep an eye out on. Good morning, Sudarshan.
Good morning, Vinny. So yesterday it was a good day of trade considering the global cues that we had received, and we saw Sensex and Nifty recovering more than 200 points from day's low, and especially broader markets mid-cap index saw a huge recovery and closed with gains of almost 200 points. For today also, Gift Nifty is indicating a start with minor cuts. It's down currently around 6 to 10 points. Now on the flows front, FIs remain on the sell side. Yesterday also we saw FIs selling nearly more than rupees 2,800 crore. But if you dig deeper in the index futures, FIs yesterday bought 80 crore, and in the index options we saw huge buying, and the buying figure was more than rupees 20,000 crore, and in the stock futures buying was more than rupees 600 crore. And with this they have added long positions of nearly 700 contracts. Also they have added short positions of nearly 200 contracts. With this, long exposure of FIs increased to 18%. On the options front, 22,900 and 23,000 call options were active, and the put side 22,200 and 22,400 put options were the active. So basically it's telling you that on the downside, it's tough for Nifty to slip below 22,200, but for now, support is around 22,300 and resistance is around 22,760. Stocks that are in band, two stocks that have entered ban are IndusInd Bank and SAIL, and again, BSE, Hind Copper and Manappuram remain in the band.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that. Keep an eye on those cues in the world of F&O.